Welcome everyone to the third SolStreet block party, a monthly community call to update you on the progress SolStreet has made over the last month and what is coming up. I'm here with the team, and today we'll be discussing the business development, the current climate of crypto, Solana and SolStreet, and things like product, community testing, marketing, our community, and content you can expect from SolStreet. To kick us off today, we'll have Hein, and he'll chat a bit about the business development side of things.
All right. We call this monthly catch-up with our community the Block Party. And I've always loved that name because building SolStreet as a community is a cause for celebration. Like a real block party, we don't know each other personally, but that doesn't matter because we're joined by a positive spirit. Today, however, the name feels a bit out of touch. Today, the DeFi world feels more personal and a bit less happy. I'm hearing heart-wrenching stories of people that have lost their whole livelihoods on Luna and USD. Even worse is that damage on such a gigantic scale is never contained. So people who weren't invested in Luna and USD are also burned. We see a major new low in the price of Bitcoin and utter devastation on the token prices of other protocols' tokens. To compound the issue, there's no guarantee that the broader market will suddenly recover, and we have to live with the reality that we may or may not be in a bear market for a substantial amount of time going forward. Luckily for us, the situation at SolStreet is very different. We didn't have UST listed, so none of our users got burned by that on SolStreet. SolStreet operates on Solana and not Terra, so we were not affected by the chaos over there. None of SolStreet's treasury was kept in USD. SolStreet has not yet launched its token, so we don't have to deal with an angry mob of token holders. Taking these positions, though, attracted a bit of criticism at the time. We got loads of requests over the last few months. When USD listing? Countless people we spoke to since January criticized our decision to stick to Solana because so much hype was made around Terra. We were asked repeatedly why we don't put our treasury into Anchor to get 19% yield per annum. We got asked all the time, when Street token? But the purpose of the SolStreet team is to build infrastructure, not to speculate on the market. Because we have stuck to that principle, we get to happily build while the market is in a state of disarray. Many have criticized us for the conservative and methodical approach we take to building. People have disagreed with our approach to put maximum pool sizes in place until our smart contract audit is completed. People have disagreed with our approach to ironing out tokenomics instead of simply hitting launch on our token as early as possible. We've gotten tons of flack for taking our time to do it as good as we know how. We resisted what we were constantly told to do, which is to pile on features at the cost of conscientiousness. Yes, speed is important, but the Luna and USD situation shows why it is important to take precautions. I see the competitors' market caps down 75% or more over the last 6 months. For obvious reasons, this is bad for their token holders, but also for the protocols themselves because now their native token treasuries are drastically down in value. This negatively impacts the building those protocols can do, which has another negative knock-on effect on their token holders, leading to a negative feedback loop. So there's a vicious circle in DeFi. Users want tokens and features now, and teams are all too keen to make fast flips of the tokens by piling on features that are not thought through. At SolStreet, our vision is not to flip a token, but rather to build the infrastructure for the future. It is the vision that differentiated SolStreet with its investors. Over the next week or so, we get to announce who those investors are. Our investors are institutions and people with vision who saw that we stand by principle and that we got our focus firmly placed on building the future. These are investors who, in the middle of a bear market, kept their sights fixed on the same future, as well as the potential inherent in the infrastructure that we are building. Because of their support, when protocols are burning all around us, SolStreet has the treasury to continue with the smart contract audit that was committed to. Because of those investors, we have the treasury to continue to work with our legal advisors and finalize the establishment of our legal structure. Because of our investors, we get to build the future of DeFi. I guarantee you that there are loads of people out there who did not lose on the markets in the last few days. In fact, these people made money from the markets. The sad thing is that they could have made performance fees by doing exactly the same thing on SolStreet and could have made money for investors in the same process, if only they had chosen a non-custodial protocol like SolStreet. But now is the time to start, prove their worth and establish their immutable track records. Today, SolStreet is in an unbelievably fortunate situation. We've got an amazing community, a deeply exciting roadmap, supportive investors, a secure treasury with runway for the tough times, meticulously built infrastructure, and the option to time our token launch for market conditions that are not hitting the ceiling or racing towards the floor. Behemoths are built in the tough times with a long term in mind. This is what we get out of bed for in the morning. So enjoy your block party, Anons. There will be many more. Invite your friends. Nabil, you're up.
Thank you, Hein. That was a very inspiring speech. I think we all appreciate those words and are all very confident in the path ahead. Speaking of the path ahead, our product is about to make massive strides, and to speak more on that, we have our product lead, Alexis.
Hello everyone. I would say good morning, but it's not been a terribly good morning. But as Hein said, we're markets are for building, and that's what we're here to do. And we're building the infrastructure layer. A whole bunch, and not a whole bunch, has changed since last we spoke. By that I mean, big one is out in community testers' hands, but from the public domain, the SolStreet.finance, you're still going to see the spot-only Serum version. But we started our community testing, and if anybody is still interested in that, you must please hit Nabil up on Discord. I think we do still have a few slots. But yeah, not much change from our last discussions. It's the Mango perps and spot margin version is now live with community testing, and that's what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks, where we're going to be stress testing that. Granted, we do have I'd say quite a lot of congestion on the Solana network at the moment with the current market volatility and everything that's going on that side. So it has been a little bit of a rocky road when it comes to sort of like trading and congestion on the network there. But yeah, we're moving full steam ahead with the testing on that side. And once we've completed the testing and iterated through some user feedback, we'll then be aiming at launching that version to our root domain, to SolStreet.finance, and opening that up to the greater public to start playing around with. As far as feature development, we're busy prioritizing our roadmap for the next medium term and long term, and we're going to be starting looking at some new feature prioritization around features like the optionality for having KYC funds, looking at NFT fund proof of concepts, as well as looking at new protocol integrations, such as the potential of integrating Drift plus other markets. So we would like feedback on protocol integrations, any ideas that anybody has. Keep going with the testing and the feature feedback, and we'll keep scheduling that into our roadmap. But we're very excited to already be gathering some feedback now from the community testers. The new version, like what we discussed before, has a number of the fundamental changes to the protocol and some very cool tech that we've built behind the hood. And we've been stress testing that and keeping a close eye on that now through the market volatility. So everything's looking good. And yeah, we're excited to get a few more hands on that testing. So please do reach out to Nabs about that. Yeah, other than that, stay safe out there. Yeah, bear markets suck. But zoom out and look at the long-term vision. I've been in crypto for 10 years, and I plan to be in it for many, many, many more. When you're feeling down and out, there's always going to be another bull market, and the tech that's been built here is truly sort of like world-changing tech. So thanks for all the feedback, guys. Over to you, Nabs.
Awesome. Yeah, a decade of experience, those words are coming from. So, wise words from Alexis there. Thank you very much. And I share the sentiment that with the tech that's being built, we still have many more exciting years ahead of us. Bear markets are for building, but they do not last forever. So, with that, let's switch up the focus to marketing. Geoff, would you like to give us an update on that?
Yeah, thank you to those of you who are with us here live amidst the chaotic times that we find ourselves in. Like Hein mentioned, we're very fortunate to be able to put our heads down and push ahead. And like Alexis mentioned, the testing on this upcoming release of the big one is underway. So over the past few months, those of you who've been around since our Money Never Sleeps trading competitions will know that we've been a lot more quiet on the marketing front than we were when we were getting going, and that's fairly deliberate because we've been making the product what it needs to be before making a lot of noise about it out in the world. But over the next few months, whether or not Token Genesis goes ahead on 1 July as we plan for it to do based on conditions, the marketing kind of facet of SolStreet will be ramping up progressively over the months to come. And once Token Genesis happens, that's when we truly will be going crazy. By the time Token Genesis happens, though, the intention and strategic kind of requirement is that our fund manager community is active and healthy and vibrant, and that's really the focus of the next few months. But first, let me just touch on a couple of announcements you can expect to come over the month ahead of us. The first one is revealing to the broader community that the big one is live. So that'll be once community testing has wrapped up and we've processed the feature updates and squashed the bugs that come out of that. It'll still, of course, be a limited version of the big one, but the feature set is going to be incredibly rich. And as much as it's been something we've spoken about for a number of weeks now, it's easy to kind of lose sight of the magnitude of it. The big one is a seriously significant quantum leap forward for what SolStreet is, and so it's hard to understate how excited we are to give that to the broader community. Once that happens, it is the green light for our funding announcement. As many of you will know, we are very close to close our private sale round of fundraising, and once the big one is deployed to our SolStreet.finance domain, we will be making some noise about the funding announcement and funneling some interest towards SolStreet through that. As I mentioned, the focus, though, over the next couple of months is continuing to build our fund manager community. And so the Wolfpack of SolStreet continues as it has. We'll be progressively, admitting new Wolfpack members into the guild of Wolfpack fund managers. Wolfies, our NFTs will become concrete and tangible over the next month. I can't say with certainty whether the mint will happen in June or not, but it's our intention that it will. But to some extent, we've got to be sensitive to the market conditions with our Wolfie release as much as our token release, and so we'll have to be somewhat reactive in respect to Wolfies. And then finally, again, irrespective of market conditions, there's been some substantial evolution to our tokenomics over the past few weeks and months, and that will impact, the whole mechanic of SolStreet's fund manager incentives. And so the way performance mining is affected by that, and what that means for fund managers is something that we've got quite a task to educate people about. And so that's another set of kind of content information that you can expect to begin seeing and hearing over the month to come. That's pretty much it for marketing for this month. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Geoff, for that update on the marketing side of things. As Alexis mentioned, going back to the product and the community side of things, we have begun community testing, and we're getting some awesome feedback on the latest version, the big one, with the Mango Markets integration and a bunch of new features that have come from the community. Ideas like adding a fund forum, an improved UI, advanced trading view functionality. If you wish something to be a part of SolStreet, please always feel free to drop the request in feature requests channel or feedback and suggestions, and let us know how you're feeling and what you want to see be part of our SolStreet product that we are building together. How can you join this community testing if you're not already a part of it? I have just uploaded a Google form to the AMA sessions channel. Feel free to just drop your Discord name and a wallet address, because one of the perks of being a tester is we want you to be have the freedom to test however you like, and we'll be funding your fund, so no need to worry about any long-term holds that you don't want to liquidate to. What will we do while we build? So, of course, while we're building during the bear market, we have lots of focuses on our community, because we'll always be here. We hope you guys will be here for these times to really shape the future of SolStreet. So we'll be building together, discussing features, making product decisions together all year on Discord. Please feel free to share any thoughts you have on new channels that you might want added. Just yesterday, we added a new mental health channel. We understand bear market times can be difficult on us all, but we're all in it together and we're all here to help each other through it. So please feel free to share your thoughts in there. We're happy to chat and comfort you through these times. We're also very keen to discuss the market together and any other fun things you might have in mind. Yeah, so with fun things as the topic, I will now hand over to Pat, who will take you through all the content you can expect in the next month.
Hey there, Nab. Thanks for that. I really appreciate you busy sharing that, let's say, like the wag me spirit and energy there. It's an essential part of my role as your content specialist is to ensure that you, our dedicated community, are kept up to date and well informed on all things SolStreet. So yeah, as mentioned in the second block party, we've been working hard to cement the SolStreet Journal, weekly mailer, and monthly roundup as, let's say, the essential reads that you'll need to stay on top of things. When it comes to the weekly dev updates made to the protocol, Nab and I have you covered by means of the, you get the weekly mailer. In it, you'll find a summary of all of our integrations and improvements, all of the bugs that we've squashed. It's the best way to keep up to date on a weekly basis. If you happen to miss those, worry not. We do cover all of these updates in greater detail in the monthly roundups. That's not all, of course. The roundup's also a great way to keep up to date with where we find ourselves in terms of the, what Alexis and Heinrich have spoken to, the overarching roadmap and game plan. So it's a perfect read and complement to these community calls. And again, something very important, all of these are, of course, reminders to you of what we're, doing from a content perspective. My favorite part, as Nabil mentioned, the most fun bit is actually on less of a SolStreety note in this case, even though it's called the SolStreet Journal. So yeah, don't let the name fool you. The focus of that read, if you're not already busy receiving it, is on the broader Solana ecosystem and the world of DeFi. So yeah, we've got you covered with interesting news, articles, podcasts, and longer reads. Plenty of new projects and NFT news. There really is something for everybody. It's wrapped up into a single, easy read, best part, and again, I think that this is very appropriate given, just what my own personal, I don't know, funds are currently looking like. There's a lot of honesty in the mailers, but there's minimal FUD. I've kept FUDding down as much as possible. But yes, on those notes, then of course an update. Thank you again to all of you who have since inception taken the time to give to provide some constructive feedback regarding that mailer, regarding the SolStreet Journal. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how much it's helped in shaping it into something which has a distinct feel. It becomes a reader which I think is alpha rich and a great recap at the end of the week. Things move at a crazy, we just have to look at what the last few days have been like. Things really are crazy. It's a great opportunity for me to really research and dig into things and share it with you all. If you have any other content suggestions or recommendations, please feel free to pop it in the SSJ channel. With that said, please let's chat on there, get in touch, continue showing me your memes, send through those recommendations, subscribe to our Medium while you're at it, because there you'll be getting your monthly roundups. Sign up to our YouTube channel at the same time. And of course, please share the SSJ with those who you think could benefit from a weekly ecosystem summary. Before I go, guys, thank you to the new subscribers of the mail who've come in over the last few weeks. It has been crazy. Numbers have gone up. Thank you for that. Guys, now let me hand it back over to you. Thanks for letting me provide that little update.
Awesome. Thank you, Pat. And yeah, must say a big thanks to the entire team covering everything you need to know. It doesn't look like there are any questions as of yet. Just a testament to the amount of detail we try to pack into these community call updates. Yeah, if there are no questions, I think we'll wrap it up there. And as always, we'll be live on active on the Discord to answer any further questions you might have. And this entire call was recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube for you to watch again and again and again. Use as your alarm clock. Listen to it when you meditate before bed. That's what I do, at least. It's fantastic. Yeah, life lessons to wrap up. I wish you guys all a fantastic week and hope to hear from you soon in the Discord channels, in the live chats, wherever. Thank you very much for attending, guys.
Till next time.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks
Thanks,
everyone.
guys.